Hello, I am Vincent Chigor, and as a professor of environmental and public health microbiology at the University of Nigeria, I do have 4 key business activities, which include teaching, research, mentoring, and community service. In the area of mentoring, we've worked hard and we've really raised a lot of students, and I've raised both undergraduates and masters and doctorate students. We've also made progress in our research, evidence in all the scientific publications. We've also done very well in the mentoring aspects, and having done all of this, we've moved on now to a point that we've begun to go beyond the laboratory in terms of our research to do community engagement. And that's what brought us to establishing the Water Africa Network. We've had a few grants, and this has supported all our work. And in the area of community service, we obtained the 2020 Alliance for Africa Partnership Grant, which has partner institutions at the University of Nigeria, Michigan State University, and University Cheikh Anta Diop, Dakar, Senegal. And we are working together in the Water Africa Network. That's the project that it's funding our Health Humanities Outreach Initiative, which allows us to get into communities, especially rural communities. And that is what is funding our Ichagu project that began in the week of the World Water Day in 2021. Now let's talk about our Health Humanities Outreach to Ichagu. Ichagu is a rural community in Igweze North local government of Enugu State. Our engagement began with series of meetings involving the leadership, the king or traditional leader and his cabinet. And with their having received us, we really got into the community, and we were able to hold 4 major activities: a pre and post intervention questionnaire interview that we did based to determine their knowledge level on water, sanitation, and hygiene. We also did the Theatre for Development activity that allowed us to educate them on wash matters using performance. And they also now did a training workshop to the rural women, to members of the community, on how can identify water contamination in water and to detect pollution in water. Finally, we were able also now to collect water samples from the community, from their different sources, which were largely, spring water and surface water that they depended on. There are no tap waters, there are no boreholes, and at the end of it, you discover that this community, which depends largely on surface water, streams and springs, actually practice open defecation. That makes their water sources very, very vulnerable to contamination. And this certainly will be key in what has continued to plague them in terms of waterborne disease and its burden on the entire community. Isn't what they are going through, and we are really determined to see it is clear from our research, from our outreach and activities there, that our Ichagu needs help. And going forward, we've gone ahead to establish an NGO, our Water and Health Network Africa, that will take up the burden and partner with organizations and also research institutions, in terms of, we are not in a hurry to reach Ichagu. We want to be able to go back again and again to this community And we are hopeful we will find funding. We are hopeful that the water and sanitation status in that community will change for good. A major outcome owing to the impact of our outreach is the establishment of a water committee in the community that's there to protect their water sources, and the community is really asking us to help. They have seen that their water is not safe, and we are hopeful that we can find funding and partners who will fund projects. It will be good for boreholes to be sunk in this community and some other ways beyond the training we've given them on how to identify contaminated water and how to treat their water to make it safe for domestic use. We really want to say a very big thank you to AAP for funding our project, and to our partner institutions, the Michigan State University, University Cheikh Anta Diop in Senegal, and of course my own University of Nigeria. We are thankful also to Professor Bob Metcalf, who invented the portable microbiology laboratory that suits for use in rural settings, allow people in the rural setting without electricity to check and find out whether their water is contaminated or not. He really supported us with portable microbiology laboratory items. And then we want also to thank Professor K.I.T. Eniola that came and who facilitated the training workshop for the women. Thank you.